Whew, it's been a minute. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been quite a while since I have posted on my YouTube channel. There's several reasons as to why it's been like a long time since I posted on here. But I'm not going to bore you with all those reasons. All you need to know is I'm back and I'm trying to get back on a regular filming schedule. So I'm going to be trying to be I'm going to try to post on here and on my Instagram page as well. It feels so good to just sit down in front of the camera and just play with makeup. So this is the look we're going to be going for today. I did kind of like a little get ready with me. My plan was to go run some errands after I did this makeup look, but it took a little longer than I expected it to, so I'm just going to be chilling at home. And I'll go run my errands tomorrow. But I hope you guys are doing well. I've missed you all. If you'd like to see how I got this makeup look, then please keep watching. And if you have not hit that subscribe button, then please do so down below before you leave today. And I promise I won't be leaving anytime soon, hopefully, if all goes according to plan. A lot has changed, so I will be updating you guys on everything that has been going on since I've been gone. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this video.
Alright, so jumping into voiceover, we obviously have done the brows off camera, and I used my Anastasia dip brow for that. And for today's look, we're going to be using the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette, which I am obsessed with currently. And we're going to jump into that first shade and use that as our transition shade. And then we're going to jump into the Anastasia Riveria palette just to use that darker shade of purple and just use a little tiny bit of that and put that on the outer corner of the eye. I had to think about where I was placing this for a second. And I'm going to use a small definer brush just to place that, like I said, right on the outer corner of the eye, and use a little bit at a time. You don't want to go too crazy with this. I'm just going to build that shade up little by little. Then going back into the Jawbreaker palette, I'm going to pick up that lighter shade of purple and use that to start buffing out that darker shade and start really blending this shadow out and up into the crease area. And I'm going to really focus on this shade and blowing it out because I really want that purple to I don't want it to be too dark, but I don't want it to be too light either. So I'm going to really work those two shades in with each other and make sure I get it buffed out exactly how I want it to look according to my preference. Then I'm going to switch the brush up a little bit just to make sure it blends out nicely into the crease area and it's not looking rough, no rough edges, nice and seamless blending as always, nothing has changed. Then I'm going to go back in with that transition shade just to, like I said, make sure everything is blended out and is looking nice and flawless. Then I'm going to be taking my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer to cut out the crease for this look. And this has been my obsession lately, is this concealer. It is bomb and it's affordable. So if you have not jumped on this train yet, you need to get it together. And once that concealer is set, I'm going to go directly in with that white shade in the Jawbreaker palette and start putting that on top of that concealer where we just placed that cut crease at. We're going to place that white shade from the Jawbreaker palette. Then I'm going to go back in with my brush that I was using for the purple and start making sure that's blended into the cut crease. Make sure there's no distinct line shown between the purple and the white shade. I want to make sure it all blends together nicely. Then I'm going to be taking my NYX eyeliner and I'm going to be doing my eyeliner off camera because you guys already know it's a struggle doing my liner on camera. Then I'm going to take that makeup wipe and wipe off any fallout that happened underneath the eyes and take my NYX Angel Veil Concealer along with my, what primer was that? Give me a second, guys. It was a primer that's at Sephora. It's like that smoothing primer that everybody's been using. All those YouTubers have been using. It's bomb, but it's also expensive. So I went and got the little travel size. It was like $20, which is still expensive, but it's a really bomb primer. And that is what I'm using because it blurs out your pores like no other and really smooths out your skin. So I'm obsessed. I probably will be purchasing it again, even though it is an investment. It is totally worth it. It's the Tatcha primer. I just remembered, guys. Sorry. Random moment there. Now, jumping into foundation, I'm going to be telling you guys about my perfect obsession foundation. This foundation, as I just said, is bomb. It's the new Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation, but I am a little self-tanned, and the foundation that I have does not match my self-tan, so I'm going to be mixing it with my Makeup Revolution foundation. But the I Am Magic foundation, you guys, oh my gosh, if you like full coverage foundation, that is going to be your foundation as well. I'm telling you, that foundation covers up everything. I am obsessed and I use it constantly. So if you have not tried it yet, I highly suggest it. And it's $20, which is not too bad for foundation at all. And a little bit of it goes a very long way, so it does last you quite a while. I still have not used all this foundation yet, and I purchased it, I think, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and it is still going strong. So, I mean, look at this. Look how full coverage it is. Like, my skin looks flawless, and that's just one half of my face. Okay, so once my foundation is once my foundation is done, I'm going to be going back in with that L'Oreal Infallible concealer for my under eyes, of course down the bridge of my nose and my chin area as well, all the areas that I want to highlight on my face. And this concealer, you guys, is bomb as well. Like, I highly suggest this. I have all the shades from my freelance makeup artist kit because it is a bomb concealer. In my opinion, it's better than the Shape Tape, but, you know, don't shoot the messenger. That's just my opinion. And then once that is placed on my face, I'm going to go in and wet my beauty sponge. This is the Jeffree Star and Morphe Collab beauty sponge with my Tarte setting spray. And I'm going to go in and start blending out that concealer. And to set the concealer, we're going to be going in with the Jeffree Star setting powder in the shade Rose. It's a translucent setting powder, but it goes for fair skin tones with like red undertones. And obviously I have a lot of redness going on. And to set the rest of my face, I'll be going in with my Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Light. This is one of the best setting powders in my opinion on the drugstore side. It makes your skin look so bomb and like so smooth, no more pores. And you can see I'm obviously feeling it right here. Then going back into the Riveria palette, the Anastasia palette, I'm going to be taking that darker purple shade again and using that to line up my lower lash line. And then going back into the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette, I'll be picking up that lighter purple shade again and using that to buff out the darker purple shade and really smoke out the lower lash line. Then I'm going to be going in with this white eyeliner from Sephora and placing that in my waterline to really brighten up the eye area. Then going back in with that same white shade that we used for the cut crease, I'm going to use this to highlight the brow bone. Then going in with my Kat Von D contour palette, I'm going to be taking that lightest shade and that middle shade and start contouring this face, girl, because It's been a rough year and I put on some pounds, so it's time to chisel out those cheekbones and make me look nice and slim in the face. But it's okay though, because your girl is feeling better now and we're hitting the workouts and we're gonna get back on track. So stay tuned for summer 2020. Alright, now that all this contouring is done, I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer in the shade Dark Chocolate. And I'm going to use this to bronze up the face and bring some warmth to the skin. Then moving on to blush, I'm going to be using my Tarte. This is a holiday palette that they had, blush palette, and I'm going to be mixing two of those blush shades together and using that for my blush today. And I'm going to blush, of course, in the usual areas on the cheek and also on the nose, just that little nice innocent doll effect. Then I'm going to be taking my Jeffree Star setting powder and using that to Vela, get it together. Use that to clean up the contour area. I'm not really going to bake. I'm more just going to set the powder down to outline where I want to clean up that contour, and then I'm going to go in and immediately start to wipe that off, as you can see right here. Then time for my favorite part of makeup. It's going to be highlighting, and for a highlight today I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild You Glow Girl highlight. And let me tell you, look at this highlight. You cannot tell me this is not the best drugstore highlight out there. I mean, look at this. It is bomb, and it is a lot of highlight too. It's a loose highlighter, which I was a little nervous to use for the first time, but it's actually pretty easy to use. You just have to wet your brush and then go in and dip it into the highlight and make sure you tap off the excess, and then girl, your highlight is going to be popping all day long. It is the best drugstore highlight. I believe it's like $4.99 or $5.99. You cannot beat that. So we're going to highlight the usual areas, the cheekbones, the nose, and the chin. And then I went a little crazy with the highlight, but I don't think I went crazy. I think I was obsessed and used the highlight for my inner corner of my eye highlight as well as my brow bone highlight. Then I'm going to go back in with my blush brush and just use that to go over on top and make sure that highlight and that blush melt together and look nice and seamless. Then I'm going to go in with this lip liner that I believe is from NYX, and I'm going to use that to line my lips before I go in with the lip color. And for the lip color, I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors Liquid Lip in the shade Kiss of Fire, as I believe is the shade of this liquid lipstick, and it is stunning. Look at this. It's perfect. I love the way it goes with this look perfectly. Then to set the face, I'm literally going to like drown myself and take a bath in this Tarte setting spray. It has quickly replaced my Urban Decay setting spray. Don't tell them, but this setting spray is bomb. And this is the finished look, and I'm going to go ahead and dry my hair and style it off camera. And here we go, guys. This is the final product. We are living for this whole makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one.